Verb is a word that expresses an action, a state, or a process, and is essential in a sentence because it indicates what is happening, what the subject is doing, or how the subject is. Verbs can change depending on the tense, past, present, or future. The person performing the action, I, you, he, and the way it is expressed, indicative, subjunctive, or imperative. For example, he takes a nap. He goes for more juice. He turns on the lights. He worries about his car. There are different types of verbs, such as irregular verbs, tenses, phrasal verbs, auxiliary verbs, and modal verbs.
Irregular verbs do not follow a standard pattern for the past tense. Their past form can change in impredictable ways. These verbs need to be learning individual because they do not follow the regular ed rule. For example, go, went, have, had, take to, come, came, buy, bought. The regular verbs follow a consistent pattern when conjugated in the past tense, to form from the past tense of regular verbs simple as ed to the base form. The example: walk, walked, visit, and play, played. Note: if the verb ends in e, just ad. For example, love, loved. For verb ending in consonant e, change the e to I and is ed. For example, cry, cried. Some irregular verbs have the same form in the base, past, and past participle forms. For example, put, or could.
Tenses. Present tense. Simple present. Express general facts or habitual actions. Structure. The structure is subject plus verb plus the complement. For example, I eat pizza. Now, present continuous. Present continuous used to describe an action that are happening right now or that are planned to happen in the future. The structure is subject plus is am are plus verb in ing. For example, I am studying in high school. Next, present perfect. Present perfect show an action complete recently or with relevance to the present. The structure is subject plus has have plus been plus verb ing plus signs for. For example, she has been working there since 2017. Now, past tenses. Simple past. For complete actions in the past. Structure. Subject plus verb in past and complement. For example, he completed the assignment. Now, past continuous tense. Past continuous is for an action that were ongoing in the past. The structure is subject plus was, were plus verb in ing. For example, he was reading the book. Past perfect. Past perfect is a verb tense that describes an action that happened before another action in the past. The structure. Subject plus had plus verb in past participle. For example, I had finished my homework. Past perfect continuous for an action that weren't going before another past action. The structure is subject plus had plus been plus verb in ing. For example, I have been playing football since morning. Now, future tense. Simple future. For an action that will occur in the future. The structure is subject plus will plus verb. For example, I will go to the park for a walk. Now, future continuous. For an action that will be going at a specific time in the future. The structure is subject plus will be plus verb in ing. Example: we will be playing football. Future perfect for an action that will be completed before a specific future time. The structure is subject plus will have plus verb in past participle. For example, we will have played football. Now, future perfect continuous for an action ongoing up a point in the future. Future perfect continuous. The structure is subject plus will have been plus verb in ing. For example, he will have been watching the TV for 50 minutes.
Phrasal verbs in English, also known as prepositional verbs, consist of a verb and a preposition that together have a different meaning than the verb alone. The general structure of phrasal verbs in English. First, we have the verb, the main verb that combines with the preposition. Then we have the preposition that combines with the verb to form the phrasal verb, and then the object. Some phrasal verbs require an object to complete their meaning. We have four different types of phrasal verbs. First, the intransitive. Do not require an object. Example, get up. Second, we have the transitive. Require an object. Example, pick up something. Third, separable. The object can be separated from the verb and preposition. Example, turn off the light. 4. Inseparable. The object cannot be separated from the verb and preposition. Example, look after someone. The phrasal verbs can have different meanings depending on the context in which they are used.
Auxiliary verbs, also called helping verbs, are used outside main verbs to form tense, moods, voices, or questions. The primary auxiliary verbs in English are be, do, and have. The auxiliary verb be is used to form continuous or progressive tenses, passive voice, and certain grammatical structure in English. In present form is am, is, are. Past form was, were. Present participle been, and past participle been. Examples: she is studying English at the moment. They were playing football when the rain started. The book is written by the author. The food was baked by me. Understanding the auxiliary verb be is crucial for mastering different verb forms and constructing accurate and meaningful sentences in English. The auxiliary verb do is primarily used to form questions, make negatives, and add emphasis in English. There are present form, do, does, and past form, did. Examples: do you like coffee? Does she play volleyball? Did they go to the party? Understanding the auxiliary verb do is essential for constructing questions, negatives, and emphatic statements accurately in English. The auxiliary verb have is used to form perfect tenses in English, which express actions that are completed or connected to the present or another point in the time. Present form: have, has. Past form: had. Examples: I have seen that movie. She had finished her work. She had left after the party started. Understanding the auxiliary verb have is essential for forming perfect tense and expressing the completion and duration of action in relation to time.
Modal verbs are an essential component of the English language, adding depth and precision to communication. These auxiliary verbs, such as can, may, must, shall, should, will, would, might, and could, help express various meanings, such as possibility, necessity, ability, permission, and advice. By exploring their different uses, we can better appreciate their role in enhancing clarity and nuance in everyday speech and writing. Modal verbs are often used to indicate the likelihood of an event. For instance, it might snow tomorrow suggests a possibility, while he must be the new manager implies a strong probability based on evidence. The choice of modal verbs allows speakers to convey varying degrees of certainty, ranging from mere speculation might to logic and conclusions must. When discussing rules, duties, or moral imperatives, modal verbs like must, have to, and should are commonly employed. For example, you must submit the report by Friday signifies a strict obligation, where you should exercise more serves as an advice. This distinction helps in differentiating between mandatory actions and suggestions. Modal verbs like can, may, and could are frequently used to ask for a grant permission. For instance, can I borrow your book as an informal request, while may I leave early today is more polite and formal. Additionally, they can express prohibition as you cannot park here, indicating what is not allowed. The various uses of modal verbs highlight their versatility and importance in English. By mastering their functions, speakers can effectively convey a wide range of meanings, from possibility and necessity to permission and advice. Their dynamic nature makes them an indispensable tool for effective communication.